Welcome to step 3, where we get to cover your private business reception, or what we call your grand opening. What is a PBR? Good question. It's the smartest and fastest way to launch your FES business because it allows you to get multiple guests to see a presentation at one time in a fun environment in 1 hour instead of you meeting everyone separately. Plus, your guests will be attracted to how simple, fun, and time efficient your PBR is done, all right? So there will be other ways to share the business with people who maybe don't make it to your PBR, or you don't feel comfortable having them at your home, or maybe they live in a different state. You know, we can do presentation calls. We can do, you can meet up with people at a public location. So there's other ways to share it, but to launch your business, we want to set you up with a successful PBR. So the first thing you want to do is pick a simple theme. Simple, but make it fun. So you could have it as simple as chips, dips, maybe a veggie tray, and water and soda or juice. But if you want to take it up a little bit, you can have a wine and cheese party, Taco Tuesday, credit and cocktails, maybe a brunch presentation on a Sunday or Saturday, I should say, at say 11 a.m. or have wings, or you just make it fun, make it inexpensive. Keep it simple. If you have it too expensive and you got lobster for everybody, your guests are adding all of that up and they think that that's what they need to do to be successful in FES. So no, keep it simple and fun and, again, inexpensive. Now let's talk about the pre-party. So at the pre-party is where you get together with your sponsor. If you guys live close enough to each other, do the pre-party in person. Otherwise, connect with your sponsor that introduced you to FES over the phone and they'll help you. Right? The purpose of the pre-party is to prepare for your presentation. So we call it 5 Ps. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. And so for the pre-party, here's what you want to cover. The first thing is you made a list of 50 plus people. All right. You did that in steps 1 and 2. And then invite 3 times your goal, because not everybody will make it or have their schedule free. And during the pre-party, I would say don't stop until you invite at least 25 or more people during the pre-party. You can invite by phone or text, but be authentic. Just make sure you engage people first. Don't make a message, copy and paste, send the same thing to everybody. I would definitely reach out to people, and either by phone or text, I would say, hey, how's it going? They say, oh, it's going great. How are you? I'm like, things are really good. I'm actually very excited. The reason I was reaching out is I wanted to ask, what are you doing on Thursday at 7? Or what are you doing on Saturday at 2? Whenever your PBR time is. And of course, they're going to say, well, no plans yet. What's going on? Well, hey, there's something I'm excited about. I want to invite you over. We're going to have tacos and wings. We're getting together with a few friends for about an hour to share this new project I'm excited about. And I wanted you to come out to give me your feedback. And of course, they might say, well, what is it about? And then that's when I always ask, let me ask you, how many people do you know that have less than perfect credit? And usually they'll say me, or a lot of people say exactly. So what we're going to be sharing on Thursday is actually how we're actually helping people improve their credit, and even how people can actually earn money while improving their credit. But if I was to invite you out, would you show up? And usually they'll say yes. Okay. Now, some people might say, well, I want to know more about it, or tell me more. Then at that point, you can say, well, listen, come out Thursday. We're going to share the whole, overview, but I'll send you a short video for now, and that will explain a little bit about what we're doing. And you could just send them protection@thatpays.com, have them watch video number 1, and of course they'll have that information and feel more comfortable in coming out. Okay. And then last but not least is print your party pack beneath this video. And the party pack is just where you get your applications and other helpful documents to run a successful party. All right, now let's talk about the day of the party. So before the party, set up your home regularly, but obviously you want to clean up a little bit. Now, regularly meaning if you usually have seating for 7 in your living room or wherever the party's going to be, leave it set up for 7. Don't be psyched out. If you have 20 people saying they're coming, don't set up 20 chairs, because if 10 guests show up and you have 10 empty seats, now they're distracted by that. They don't think it's as exciting. But if you leave it set up for 7 and then you have 12 people show up and they see you adding chairs as they come, now it looks more exciting. Okay. Next thing is decide if you're going to use the overview video. The link for that is below, or you can use the 1 through 10 flyer. And the 1 through 10 flyer, we usually print those in color, have those laminated, and hand those out to each individual. So you want to have either the video or the 1 through 10s. ready. Also, no takeaways, meaning you don't want to have too much material and brochures out, because then that'll prolong the process and they think they need to read stuff and go home and think it over. But think about it. They've already seen a video before they came. They saw a full overview at the PBR. They pretty much have everything they need to know to make a decision, okay? And if they do say, hey, I do need to think about it, then at that point you can say, hey, well, there's more information online, and then they can do that. But you don't need to have a bunch of takeaways. Also, have a sign-in sheet to follow up with people so you remember who came. Have applications, pins, and clipboards. If you have a chance to collect maybe some result letters of your clients, or your sponsor might have some letters from their clients, you can use those. And then lastly, before the party, have some upbeat music playing and the TV off before they arrive. If the TV's on and it's something that's good, like a game or something, and then you have to cut it off right in the middle, now they'll resent the presentation because they were just getting into the game. So have the TV off, have some upbeat music playing. We actually have a link to a music mix below that you can use. But if you have some of your own upbeat music, then you can use that. All right. So let's talk about during the party. So start on time. Start on time for your guests that arrived on time. And you might have some people who are on their way. Don't hold off for them, because now it looks like you need them. You're needy. You're desperate. But if you keep it professional and you say, hey, well, listen, it's the start time was 2. It's 2:15 now. We're going to go ahead and get started. We'll be here when you arrive. Then they'll take you more seriously, because they see that you're going to get started and be excited about this no matter whether they show or not. Okay. So start on time. No shop talk. And all that means is, if there's other agents there, don't get caught up in talking about things that are not important to the guests that are in the room. Don't talk about applications that didn't process, or, your agents that aren't excited. No, only talk about the stuff that's exciting and relevant to that moment at the PBR. And if you only have a couple guests arrive, don't feel bad and don't apologize. See, here's what I do. I remind them it's a private business reception, and I let them know, hey, listen, there's 2 of you. You 2 are the ones that get to see the excitement first. I have another private business reception in a few days. There'll probably be more people there. But today you guys are the first, so I'm excited for you, right? So just keep it exciting, all right? Now, when you're hosting and getting ready to start, what you want to do as the host is just share 3 things. You welcome people welcome them to the presentation and thank them for coming, right? Then you share your why you're excited about FES and why it's important to you. And then you simply introduce the speaker or the video. And if you have a speaker, you say a few good things about them to build up some credibility and respect. You say, hey, this person is somebody I have a lot of respect for. They're already having success in FES. That's why it's better to hear from them. They're helping a lot of people and really fun to work with. And let me introduce you to so-and-so, right? So it kind of helps set the tone. Then after you introduce them, you want to sit there and be excited and what we call play team, because your energy and attention is going to dictate your guest energy. If you host and then you just get up and leave and walk out into another room, your guests are distracted and they think that you're not as excited or serious about the business, okay? If you have some other agents there, you can have them share testimonials at the end. A good testimonial is only 30 seconds. You don't want to redo the presentation. You don't want to say, hey guys, you should really sign up. No, you just share your testimonial. For example, if I was an agent at your PBR and I was just sharing my testimonial, I would say, hey, my name is Billy. I live right across town. And actually, my background, I'm a DJ. And I just needed a way to fix my credit from things over the years. I saw my score go up 172 points in 4 months. And so we started sharing it with others, and now we've been promoted several times within the company. And now our income from FES part-time is starting to match our full-time income from my business. And that's it. 30 seconds, guys. Keep it simple. It could be 30 seconds on the services, what it's done for you, or the business. And then last but not least, you can have the expert close if you have an expert in person. But if you don't, then you can set up in advance to have a leader that you video conference in at the end to share their story and then close the presentation. All right. Now, after the presentation, here's what you want to do. Okay. First thing is ask them if there are 1, 2, or 3, because your expert, when they're closing, is going to let them know a 1 is the person who wants to partner with us in business. A 2 is wants to become a customer, and then a 3 is going to provide referrals. Okay, you hand out the proper application, get applications filled out on the spot. That's where the excitement is. Don't let them leave and fill it out later, because it's a distraction. Even if it needs to be predated, if they say, hey, I'm actually going to get paid on Friday, I'll start then. Say, perfect. We'll go ahead and do your application since you're here, and we'll date it for Friday and we'll process it then. Okay. Sort the room. If you have anybody who's maybe just a little anxious, maybe even negative, hey, just let them go. That's fine, because you don't want them to affect the energy of everybody else. So just say, hey, it looks like I can tell you have to go. Really appreciate you coming. We'll connect again later, and then walk them to the door. Okay. Have upbeat music playing again as well at the end. Keep the energy high, and then for those that become agents, it's time to help them launch their business. So have those launch documents from step 2 already pre-printed to hand out, and then you can play step 1 and step 2 on this website to help them initiate their game plan right away before they go out and start sharing FES with others and they don't have any training to help them. Okay. And then of course, before they leave, you want to book their PBR and their pre-party in the next 2 to 5 days. All right. So very exciting, guys. Now imagine you just had your PBR, and then if you get a chance, take a picture with your guest, because you can share those pictures on social media. You can share those pictures with people who maybe they didn't make it, but they could see the excitement, and it's going to help you get more people interested. So very excited for those of you that follow these steps and launch your business with a PBR. Now, the groups with the most PBRs are the ones you'll see growing the fastest, but it always starts with 1. Imagine you have your 1 PBR and you get 2, 3, 4, 5 agents enrolled, and then you book those 4 or 5 PBRs. And then they enroll some people, and now it turns into 10 PBRs. And next thing you know, your business is exploding. But it does start with 1. So listen, guys, very excited for you to hear the story, see the pictures online at your private business receptions. And of course, one more step. Step 4 is going to be some more helpful information on what to do when you're new. It's going to walk you through the compensation plan, how to structure your business, and you have everything you need to know to go out and get your business rocking. So we'll see you on step 4.